Before we get started with this drive today, I just want to look at this car. Just look at it real quick. Just look at this. This is my car and this is absolutely awesome. And yes, I do miss my Mustang, but look at this. It's just so beautiful. The front end looks so aggressive. The whole car looks great. And this gray color, the gray metallic, looks absolutely perfect. So let's get on with this cruise. Just got home from work. I'm gonna go for a quick cruise in my 2015 Subaru BRZ and give you a comparison driving experience between my 2015 Ford Mustang GT that was pushing a little less than 500 horsepower compared to my 2015 Subaru BRZ with the premium package. I'll make this short and sweet, and it's been exactly 1 week of ownership since I got my Subaru. And obviously a week isn't a very long time, but I'll give you my initial reactions to going from a very high horsepower car to a low horsepower Japanese car. So let's get on with this drive. Hope you guys enjoy this video today, and let's get to it. So both cars are completely different cars. Different ends of the spectrum completely. One is a muscle car that has insane amount of horsepower and torque and is a much bigger, heavier car. This car is a more nimble, smaller Japanese car that you can modify and do so much to and equally have as much fun. So before I mount my camera up, I want to show one thing that I love about this car so much more than my Mustang. And as you guys know, if you watch my videos, my Mustang was an automatic. And the reason I got the automatic was because I had a really far commute to work. That was the only automatic car I ever drove out of my 6 cars I've owned in my lifetime. And see right here, this is one of the biggest reasons why I bought this car. And the transmission is great, but I miss driving manual, I really do. Honestly, this is a great car to start driving manual in again. And it's so much fun. Alright guys, so let's start with the obvious, which is the difference in power. So I've had this car for exactly a week, and my Mustang had so much horsepower. It was pushing a little bit below 500, probably around 450 to 475. My BRZ has 200 to the crank, not even to the wheels, but I chose this car anyways. So if you guys watch my videos, you would know that I got in trouble to the point where I couldn't have a flashy, loud yellow Mustang because the cops were following me around. I needed a more stealthy car which I can still have fun and have a good time, modify, and as a car enthusiast, you want a nice car. And I've never had a Subaru before. And yes, I was looking for a higher horsepower car. Let's get a quick acceleration right now. Not too much of acceleration yet, but so I was looking at faster, higher horsepower cars. I was gonna buy a Subaru WRX STI, a regular WRX, and I didn't want those cars for several reasons, but that'll be another video. I chose the BRZ because it is a great car. So I got the BRZ recommended by friends, my cousin, other people, because they said it's a car that you can bang out all the gears, have a great time without going extremely over the speed limit. And that's exactly what I needed in my situation right now. Because of me getting in trouble, if I get one more ticket, bad things are gonna happen to me pretty much. So I bought a car that is naturally aspirated, has so much potential. It's a rear-wheel drive car, roughly 2,700 pounds. So with that 2,700 pounds, I can make so much power if I just do it correctly. Because let's say I push 300 horsepower with this car, getting mods, and I have friends that have BRZs that are naturally aspirated without a supercharger or a turbo that are pushing 280 to 300 horsepower. And their cars are so fast. Because this car is rear-wheel drive, is so light, you can have such a good time and have such a fast car with around 280 to 300 horsepower. And if I'm having fun at 200 horsepower stock with another 100 horsepower, I am gonna have such a great time and love this car even more. So obviously the power is completely different. The Mustang is a very fast car. The races I've won was because I modified it, got bigger tires, and honestly it's a great car from the factory. Comes with 435 horsepower. This comes with 200 from the crank. So they're different cars. That's a heavier car, this is a lighter car. And the Mustang is a bigger car outside and in. When I'm in this car, it is smaller in here, but it's not too small, it's very comfy. And this car has a better driving position, it definitely does. When you're in the BRZ, you are lower down and you feel like you're in a race car. You literally are in the car and it's so low to the ground. Compared to the Mustang, which is a bigger car, a lot of horsepower, the center of gravity in this car is much lower, which makes this car feel a lot better at turns. And it is. It grips the ground, it really does hook the ground when you're turning. And I've had it for a week and I wanted to test it out, so I took it around some pretty quick corners, and this car grips like no other. And this car comes with Prius tires, which, if I got some good tires for this car, I can't even imagine how good it would hook. So, this car really appealed to me because I needed a car that wasn't a bright color. Yes, for a muscle car, I would want a bright color such as yellow, red, something, or like grabber blue, a light green for a muscle car. For a Japanese car like this, I like darker colors such as black, maybe a dark blue, the Subaru blue. This dark gray stuck out to me because I've never seen it before. And on top of that, I don't see many BRZs. I don't see many newer ones, if that makes sense. See, with the Mustang, you see so many Mustangs on the road. Every day I see a Mustang. And it's because it's a great car. It is a very, very popular car. Getting into this car, I never see any BRZs. I rarely see any new ones. Maybe some older ones, but no new ones, which is absolutely crazy. Something I noticed right away, even when I test drove the car, was something that's really huge with the driving experience. And for me, the Mustang was a great car. It has different modes, even for the steering and for the driving. And it makes the springs and everything more stiff for the driving modes. And with the Mustang, you have different modes for steering, such as comfort, normal, and sport. With these Subarus, they have one mode, and it is the mode it comes in. And how I would explain it, there's a cop up there, and how I explain it is this car is more analog. And when I mean more analog, I feel like I'm more in tune with the car, obviously because it's manual, but even if I had an automatic of this car, the steering of this feels really, really, really good, honestly. And I feel like I'm in a race car. With the Mustang, it is honestly a very, very fast car, and they made that interior at a premium, and it was absolutely beautiful on the inside. But when I go into this car, when I sit down, I look around, it has a nice navigation, has a nice layout, the steering wheel looks really aggressive, and the first thing I think of is race car. I get into the Subaru and I literally feel like I am in a race car. When I get into the 2015 Ford Mustang GT, honestly, I feel like I'm in a luxury car. It really was. It was that great inside. And yeah, it had that much horsepower, it was a luxury car, like it was a great car. And honestly, if I didn't get in trouble, I 100% would still have the Mustang. But everything happens for a reason. I'm happy I have this car, and honestly, car season's coming up. Spring, yesterday was the first day of spring. Summer's right around the corner. It's getting warm outside. I have a new car I can do modifications to bring to car meets and just have a lot of fun. It's perfect timing. Alright, if you guys can't tell, it's almost dark outside. So I'm gonna park real quick and get some cinematic shots of my car, get some good video of it for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I know this is very short, I just wanted to explain my initial experience of getting this car compared to my 2015 Mustang GT. And like they said, they're two completely different cars, and I like them both. I really, really did. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
nothing changes.